Haley.
So the Sloppy Joe episode aired. We heard from Ben Erickson. His Sloppy Joe recipe has changed numerous people's lives.
And it's about to change ours.
Onion, green pepper, garlic, either diced or powdered, depending on how much work you want to put in. We can dice it up.
Yeah, we'll just smash it.
Jalapeno browned with the ground beef. Instead of ketchup, you use barbecue sauce. A dash of mustard and brown sugar, and let it simmer together for about 15 to 20 minutes, and then enjoy the hell out of it.
Okay.
So I think you brown it, and then you throw all that together.
You know what? I bet the
20.
barbecue sauce makes it goopier, and makes it give it that goopy. That's my hypothesis about why you don't maybe have to cook it as much.
I think that's reasonable. Welcome to No One Can Know About This, a podcast where we play every Final Fantasy. I'm Jeff Ekman.
And I'm Ryan Kazmiski.
And here we go, Season 4, Episode 26.
Yeah, we've got the airship. We don't know where Cloud is.
Disc 2 is up and running. Mm-hmm. We're getting through the story.
I mean, at this point in the game, I was so, enthralled with absolutely everything that was happening.
Right.
I mean, it was I'd say, once you get to Disc 2, you've, crested sort of like a hill. Mm-hmm. And it just... God, stop it!
That's like the 8th time today.
I know, it's insane. Anyway, does anyone else get 20 phone calls a day from a number that's almost the same number as theirs?
Well, you did say that you used to answer them, which is indicating to them that you're a guy who answers, but then you would
I
try to
for a long time.
Yeah, I don't know.
These ones are different from a different company too. These are all some insurance sales scam. They leave a voicemail every single time.
I was thinking about this, they have literally ruined phone calls, because I will never pick up a phone that...
In my crazy head, I think it's like a psyop from Russia.
That's what I'm saying. I literally am now at a point where I don't trust a single phone call. Mm-hmm. If it's a number I don't know, I'm not going to answer it. And sometimes people call me from numbers I don't know who need to get in touch. And I've reached a point where it's I'll forget that I ordered food delivered.
Can we sue
and be
the phone
this fucking
companies
who is calling me?
For letting this happen? I mean, it's crazy.
Wish we could.
You know how much money they must be fucking making on all this bullshit? Anyway, how many phone calls? What percentage of phone call is not a real phone call?
I think they've been doing studies lately, and it's way more than half.
Just like junk mail in the mail.
Yeah.
The mail service couldn't run if it wasn't just sending trash to everybody's house. Anyway, maybe we should summon Meteor and just reset the whole thing. But anyway.
Yeah, Meteor has been summoned. Yeah, I think, to give you guys a sense, I think we're over halfway through the trip. This is day 4 or 5, depending on how you calculate it. I think we're going to have lunch at some point around here. I talked about making burger patties.
I mean, and if it weren't for Disc 3, we would be, at near the end of the game,
right? Basically.
We would be on a rocket ship to the end of the story.
Quite literally.
We probably would have beaten it in the cabin if it weren't for Disc 3.
That may be... Yeah, because... Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Anyway, we're right at the beginning. There's so much exciting stuff. I'm not sure what we're covering this week. I think we're going to fly around and just figure out what to do.
Yeah, I think that's the main plan, is we're on the airship and we got to figure out what to do next.
So breathe, release the anger from all of the robocalls we're getting and all of the trash that people mail you that obscures the mail that you need to send back so that you don't become, ruin your credit. Anyway.
Oh, do you want to check in with Daniel K? Make sure everything's okay, see how the weather is?
Yeah.
All right, let me just tune to that frequency.
I think he's gonna be dead.
Well, let's find out. We're gonna tune to the frequency, and we're gonna check in.
Okay.
All right, here he comes.
Meteorology, the study of the atmosphere.
Well, that was disconcerting.
I don't know what to make of that, but we'll continue to check in and make sure everything's good with Daniel K.
And go check out Daniel K's Let's Plays.
Yeah, the Daniel K Let's Plays podcast project, as he likes to call it. Go check that out. It's a great show.
Well, let's put that out of our minds and get on the high wind.
Yeah,
And go.
Get on with this episode.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I like the way it flies so low. You know where I want to go first? Where was that? Oh, I definitely want to go back to Rocket Town, which is there, but there was a river that led to a waterfall.
Oh, that's the river right.
This is it right here.
No. It's close to here. It's very close to here. It's just to your left, I think. It's near the gold saucer, but I don't think it's on that. I don't think it's that.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, here we are. How do I land?
I don't know.
So yeah, we immediately fly back to like the first secret. It looks obviously like a secret, but we couldn't get to it. It's basically like a big crater lake.
Yeah, the lake is like feeding a waterfall, but there's not enough room to land the airship.
Yeah,
here.
we thought that the airship would get you access to this, but it doesn't.
Something else that you wouldn't expect us.
I still don't know what that is.
Should I just go back to Rocket Town?
You want to?
I mean, like, I have two questions. One is, where are we supposed to go?
I'm not exactly sure.
The other is, was there any place that we were like, oh, you can only get there on an airship, we should...
Not
Do
that I
that.
know of.
I thought there was like a weird thing on top of
There was
like that
there
green
was.
thing.
Yeah, I'm thinking of the Jello mold.
Yeah, on top of the cliffs near Cosmo Canyon.
It's over here somewhere.
Look up.
No. Keep going over.
This
Over
way?
there's Cosmo Canyon. To
Oh, wait,
your
is
left.
that it?
There it is. That's Cosmo Canyon. To the left, there's that green. No. Don't land here.
Right,
Up there.
okay. Right, that. Right, okay.
Might not be able to land in forests.
Nope. I can't land here.
I love that we immediately go to the two secrets we think you can get to from the airship, and you can't get to either of them.
You can only land in grass. So like on top of this cliff is like forest and rock, so we can't fly the high wind to it.
Well, I don't know. Well, we'll find out later, I guess.
I want to go there. There's definitely no other place. Like, there's no ramp up there.
No, there's not. So there's got to be a way up. I just don't know what.
So we head to Rocket Town.
My favorite place.
If things go on like this, then the meteor's gonna smash and kill us all, right? I guess that's life. I wonder if, like, there's something that this town could do about it. We have something that goes into space, but I can't put two and two together. Shinra's trying to gather the huge materia from Coral at Fort Condor. There are 4 left.
Yeah, there's 4 huge materias. You gotta go find them all.
Oh, we
And
should
they're
go back to Fort
transporting
Condor.
them here. Yeah, they're probably fighting dudes with our money, right? Oh, here's Shira. What's gonna happen? I don't know, Shira.
Oh my god, Shira, I thought they had killed you. You're just in here washing dishes.
Is Sid not like? Well, I guess he's not with us. If he was in our party,
Would she talk to him? I don't know.
should I try?
Yeah.
Nope. So we're gonna go to the.
Try to go to Fort Condor. I
Yeah,
think it's across that ocean on the western continent.
right. Like where we started. What is this?
I have no fucking idea.
I'm gonna fly into it.
We're over like a square hole in the middle of the forest.
Yeah, this is kind of cool. This is where the Temple of the Ancients was.
Right. It was reduced down to the size of a materia, so now there's hole in the ground.
I guess we would have to walk into it. Do you want to walk into this?
Sure.
Oh, this
Now
is
it's
the
the Temple of the
pyramid.
Ancients.
Right.
It's gone now.
It's an
Big
empty
hole in the ground.
Yeah. Is this one of the places we need to go?
No.
So we leave the Temple of the Ancients.
And now it's time to see how they've been holding up at Fort Condor with like the vast sum of money we gave them. And what is this place?
What are you guys up to?
Yeah, the narrative function of this place becomes more apparent here, somewhat.
Just to remind people what's going on over here at Fort Condor.
There's a condor nest in the reactor.
Right.
And
we weren't sure if it was the birds causing the problem or the huge materia.
Yeah, these people like want to save the condors, so they want to stop the Shinra from coming to kick them out.
Yeah.
Except now the context has changed completely because the Shinra is not here for the Condor. They're here for the huge materia that's in the reactor. I mean, it's two things.
It is two things. But here we are at Fort Condor. We're going to see what's going on.
How goes it? The Shinra troops have attacked 9 times since you were here.
What?
So we're getting a little short on funds. We have 3,000 gil. Perfect timing. They're just around the corner. Get ready.
Wait, what?
I don't have 5,000 gil.
Oh, we spent all our money.
Okay, ready.
I'm gonna run out the door. If you want to make burger patties, I'd just run around and farm money.
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but don't do it around here because it's gonna be...
No, I'll go find somewhere that's more lucrative and come back.
So we don't have enough money to help them out right now, so let's go grind.
Yeah, I mean, we're still not totally sure how this works. Like, we could have just made a stand and done the fights.
Right. But instead, we're going to go make some money and
go make
refund them.
money just to hand it to them for no reason.
Where are you gonna go level?
I was just gonna look for the snow town since that was like the last open area we were near, so it should be
Full stuff enemies?
yeah.
So I start making burgers and Ryan starts grinding.
Yeah, just running around, tapping the O button until fights end.
In the ice area.
Oh, life is good.
Yeah. Just eat meat. Yeah, this is a nice, this is grinding. I just hold left till I get in a fight, and then I hold down the O button. If I could hold left while in fights, I would just hold down these buttons with books or something.
We can tape the buttons down.
Yeah, but if you hold left in a fight, then you just change party members when you go. Run left. It's so frustrating how she can almost meet her footsteps. Like I'm running in a perfect circle.
Oh, yeah.
They fade before she can catch them.
I bet that was like the definition of how long they should go.
I bet it was like the memory can handle this much. We can have this many footsteps.
This many foot.
Like, we don't want you just like tracking footsteps all over the place. It would look weird.
These lucrative battles?
About 1,000 each. That one's probably not much because it's just one enemy.
Right.
How the fuck is this game like as good as I remember it being? I'm really enjoying this. Yeah.
Just enjoying pressing O until the fights are over.
You know, holding left to run in a tight circle. It's
So
as fun as
compelling.
I remember it being.
What's up?
I'm just trying to. I decided I wanted to figure out how elemental and added effect materia actually work.
Oh, yeah.
Because I feel like if we could figure it out, we could be.
Yeah, maybe we should be leveling up our materials here, too.
Yeah.
Leveling up your materia is something you might want to consider.
Yeah, maybe.
And more than consider, you might want to like make a plan and do it.
It's almost like it's the only thing that matters to level, and that your actual level number doesn't matter nearly as much.
Right, because as we're gonna learn later, it's gonna take you so long to level the materia that you'll get to 99.
You'll
Don't
get
even
there.
worry about your
Don't
level.
worry about it.
Oh shit. Barrier? We haven't leveled up barrier at all? Hypothetically, added effect plus transform should mean when she attacks, sometimes she'll toad them or mini them. Yeah, actually, I kind of like that. It's nice and fresh.
For those of you still following Ryan's pickling through this vacation, the pickles are pretty much ready. Mm-hmm. They have a mild but delicious flavor.
And well, the burgers are ready too.
Yeah.
We're putting them on.
Everything's coming
For
together.
those who don't know, you can put pickles on a cheeseburger, and it's a pretty good topping that goes well with the cheese and the ketchup.
Yeah. Feels very healthy. Yeah. We go outside?
Yeah. Yeah, now I'm looking at this going like, oh, I wish we had some growth armor.
Anyway, we eat and we get back to the game.
Did she fart or did you?
I just went to the bathroom and
Oh, that must be what I'm smelling. I'm like, whoa. Nice. Holy shit. So Red the 13th, Hojo was naming or numbering all of his experiments. Mm-hmm. Experiments were like mostly clones of Sephiroth.
yeah, it seems like he's a shitty scientist.
Well,
He
one
just
of them is a
numbered them
cat.
all, the experiments, no matter what kind of experiment. It's not like
Experiment 13
just a
that I have
different...
ever done.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
The 13th
yeah,
experiment.
exactly. That's why it's so... It's like their albums or something.
But none of the other ones were cats.
No, and it's unclear what what the experiment even was. He caught this thing and he kept it in Shinra, but...
I don't think Red the 13th was made to speak from the experiment.
No, it
Like, he
seems
could
like
already
they
talk.
all just talk, yeah.
And he's the last of his race?
Yeah.
There's a lot of last of their races in this game.
Yeah. More than...
I got
most things.
confused about that because Red 13 we met with Eris in a box together, and both of them were the last of their kind.
Yeah. I have no idea what Hojo was doing or thinking or why.
Do we have
It's totally unclear. I was like, are you just gonna have that the 13th eat Eris, or is he supposed to mate with her? Like, what is this?
I didn't know what was supposed to happen in that jar.
I mean, it was stated specifically she was supposed to fuck it.
Yeah, but that was so long ago that now we're like remembering back to like the beginning of disc 1, basically going like,
That couldn't have been
what is Hojo even doing? You know, I mean,
All right, that's enough. Let's go make sure those people are fully funded. There's Midgard.
Yep.
I wonder what we'll go back there for, other than
Now,
megaphones.
how are we gonna get back in?
I don't know.
Do we go back to Fort Condor again?
Oh, sweet, our benefactor is back.
Hey guys, just want to see how the Battle of Shinra is going.
How about if I fund your dig for a further 3 years? Who's the asshole who came in with the airship, sending the dust up all over my bones?
Can I just give him more?
No, he's like, that's enough.
You know, it would be
You couldn't give
easier
him that
for us if
more?
you could just take more now.
Yeah, like, just stockpile it or something.
So I guess we just fill them up to as much money as they will handle.
and then, yeah, I mean,
And then we leave.
To remind you how this works is you can either leave them a bunch of money, and I guess over time they fight battles for
Right.
you, or
You can do the tower defense game yourself.
but there's not always battles going on when you're there. So
No, but I think we just gave them all the money we just made and left.
yeah, this is what you do here. You make a bunch of money, you come here, and you leave it with them, and then you have no money for the weapons and materia that you need
And
later.
you leave.
So we're just protecting the materia that we're gonna eventually get here, because there's one big one.
Yeah, I think so.
Whoa, what's that? That is not a thing that's on the minimap.
Oh yeah, I'm flying out over the ocean.
Like way out in the middle, like away
Past the
from
horizon.
landmasses.
The only thing that you can see is there's a massive crater coming up out of the middle of the water.
A big walled island almost.
And in the center of the crater is forest, so you can't land here with the airship.
And there's a cave.
What?
I don't know.
Does it have any edge you can go on? It's just forest in the middle and a cave.
How are we gonna get here?
We're gonna come up from underground? Find ourselves in this forest basin?
Oh, you know what I want to do? I'm gonna take a trip around the world, but I want to ask about Chocobo breeding.
Oh yeah. It's an archipelago.
I know, it reminds me of,
The Butthole Archipelago?
Yeah.
Take a relaxing trip to the Butthole Isles. Maybe there was a bird out there that like flew up really close.
Chocobo Ranch.
Right. Of course.
We're back at the Chocobo Ranch.
It's a wonderful place.
Wow, we're already like so far into the game that I'm like, man, remember that? That was forever ago.
No.
We were but wee babes. He can take care of 6 chocobos right now. 10,000 per chocobo?
It's $10,000 per chocobo stable, which you have to pay to then bring a chocobo here.
Right, and we just spent all of our money on Fort Condor.
You might not need to give the money at all.
I don't think you do. I mean, what we learned at the end is I think you can just go there at the end of the game and do all the fights yourself without giving them anything. And just
But what's the fun in that?
I guess you're right. What would be fun about that?
The day-to-day care will all be done here. But please, buy the food for the chocobo and feed them yourselves. Like, that's day-to-day care. Chocobo's abilities will differ with what you feed it, so feel free to choose your own food. Also, if you're able to find a male and a female chocobo that like each other, they'll produce an egg. But only if you feed them a nut. New chocobos inherit the abilities of their parents. It's like a gene thing. I've heard that sometimes new breeds of chocobo are born with special abilities. I've never seen it before, though. Because I've never tried feeding them the most expensive food.
Oh my god. Yeah, you can get chocobos with special abilities?
Like what?
Well, in 9, I remember you can get chocobos that'll run over mountains and run on water and fly and shit.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
sounds like
maybe
fun.
that.
So do we need to go catch one and bring it here?
I'm unclear on that. I'm gonna go talk to the kid in the barn.
Alright. Sub-menus.
What the Chocobo eats are greens. The most famous one is the gizzard greens.
I disagree.
Yeah, I do too. Chocobos will mature differently depending on which greens they eat. Certain greens will boost their stamina. Oh, and chocobos are born with certain natural abilities, so no matter how much they mature, they can't get more abilities than what they're born with.
Oh,
If a
jeez.
chocobo's abilities don't increase even though you feed it, that means its limit is reached. It's best to let those chocobo go or mate them to get a new chocobo.
He might as well just be telling you this is really complicated. I'm gonna make you figure it out yourself. Because like if you go to buy greens, he's like they all do something different. The list of like 10 items doesn't tell you what any of them do.
Yeah.
On top of that, there's another guy we haven't even found yet who sells other greens. It doesn't
true.
tell you what they do either. All they'll tell you is like you might get a special chocobo.
Go
if you
ahead
do
and
this
experiment.
forever.
Mating.
Oh my
A
god.
male and a female chocobo together can produce an egg.
Uh-huh. Oh, that's what mating is. Thank you, kid.
Chocobo by the fence? The chocobo out there is part of the stock that you caught.
What?
We only keep 4. Oh, the chocobo we caught is still here. It ran back here.
Okay.
We can only keep 4 chocobos here at once. If you get a 5th one, the first one will have to go. Be let go. If you don't want that to happen, come back and put it in your own stable.
So they have like a holding stable that you can keep them in temporarily, or a permanent one if you want to own that chocobo.
Right. So, like, hypothetically, the way this should work is you would go out to some chocobo tracks and you'd catch, like, 4 birds. And then you'd come back, and Choco Billy will tell you how good or bad each bird is. And then
Right.
you can choose which ones you want to stable.
If you want to put them into the permanent room.
What are classes? Chocobo's strengths are divided by class.
Huh.
Okay.
That's it. That's what
Ride it
classes are.
outside. Yeah, you can ride this one. And even if you take it outside, this chocobo won't run away when you get off it.
Really?
And if you want to return it to your chocobo stable, just ride it onto the farm.
Or into your
Then you'll be able to feed it again.
airship?
It's so great that now when we get off a chocobo, it won't run away.
Yeah.
Now that we can fly around the entire world on an airship.
Seriously, what the fuck?
I mean, the chocobos of chocobos in this game is pretty uneven.
Yes.
There's a fucking Tamagotchi in this game.
I know.
So before leaving the barn, we go and talk to Chol for a second.
Yeah, and she has like a tip about something that doesn't make any sense to us.
I've got something good to tell you.
Oh, really?
The white chocobo likes it when you scratch behind its ears.
Oh, really?
But if you scratch it someplace that it doesn't like, it'll get mad, so be careful.
Huh. Behind the ears, you say?
There's no chocobo by the fence.
Yeah.
So we go out and we catch a chocobo, ready to start our exciting career in chocobo breeding.
And Choco Billy has some bad news about the bird we caught.
Whoa. This one doesn't seem very good.
I want to describe for a second the screen that it shows you when Billy will tell you how good or bad your chocobo is, which is that it shows a chocobo in a black space, and if he's really bad, he's walking like an old man.
Yeah, it's not like it doesn't...
Haley!
It doesn't read like...
Let me just let her out of the bathroom. What were you halfway through saying?
Bad chocobos look like really just downtrodden people crossing the street, you
Right.
know, like just like shuffle. It doesn't look like it's weak or sick. It just looks like it's had a really hard life.
And when you see like the really good chocobos, they're like jauntily bouncing their way, almost skipping to town.
We won't see a good chocobo for a long time.
No.
You're gonna let him go?
Yeah.
You don't want to mate this one?
I don't have any others.
Or
I mean,
go
we
get
want to
another
make
one and
good
mate that one?
chocobos.
What?
I'm gonna get good chocobos and mate them together.
Right, I know, but I thought
Oh,
he said, like,
start
if you
my
got a
gene
shitty one, you
pool.
might want to mate it in
Well,
order
he
to
was
get a
like,
good
you
one.
either should just let it go or maybe try to mate it to get a new chocobo.
Yeah, alright.
I'm gonna...
Let him go.
Where do we catch good chocobos?
Maybe on the snow
Let's
chocobo
try
forest?
that. Yeah.
Or not forest, but
Yeah, let's try to find some exotic chocobos.
snowcobos.
Yeah, after stepping into that farm.
Work.
Damn it.
You
So
know.
hard.
Nice. This better be better.
Yeah, I wish you could tell from here.
Do you want to get another one
Yeah.
while you're here and then go back and tell them to fuck? Mm-hmm. Sweet.
Yeah, you're gonna need 2.
Yeah, I mean, I should have gotten the whole 4 that he can hold, but I think I didn't understand what he was telling me about the 4 that
I
whatever.
certainly didn't.
But yeah, we get a couple. We flew all the way to the other side of the planet, I want to point out. We flew to the North Pole to catch chocobos, going like, let's catch some good ones.
We get 2 of them. Anyway, while Ryan does this, I start just looking through the booklet again.
Eris's last name is Gainsborough? Eris Gainsborough?
Oh my god.
I had heard Cloud Strife, but man.
That's a pretty intense last name. Fucking rabbits.
Her unusual abilities enabled her to use magic, but she seems more interested in deepening the love triangle between herself, Cloud, and Tifa. It's a character description. Barrett's last name is Wallace.
What you talking about, Wallace? Alright. Are these chocobos boys or girls?
Did I get it the right gender?
So it turns out the new birds we got suck.
I can't really recommend this one.
Yeah, but we're going to keep one of them anyway.
Yeah.
Well, it's going in the stable.
Yeah. Put it in. Give Chocobo female a name.
What should we name this chicken?
They have the blood type for these characters.
What?
Tifa is blood type B, Barrett is type O, Sid is blood type B.
Okay, so we have since read that apparently in Japan, blood types is like your astrological sign.
Yeah,
almost.
people. It's like a superstitious kind of way to profile somebody. you
Yeah,
know?
which is so interesting to me that there would be like a thing that is actually scientific, your blood type, but that they would then apply all of these celestial kind of concepts to.
Just like astrology.
Right, because the stars are in the sky.
The stars are real.
They are real, but
just like your blood.
their alignments and the meaning of the constellations, whatever. Yeah, the point is...
I wonder how many of these there are that we just don't know about.
Right?
Of like different sort of everyday things that people have applied like divination to or something.
So he's compatible with Tifa.
Is that gonna play into the story somehow?
Eris is blood type O.
Maybe we should look up what each blood type is supposed to mean and
Ooh.
see if they match up with what we think the characters
That's
are
a
like.
great idea. Let me get a website up. Okay, so this is the website Tofugu.
Let me get the booklet too. All right, so Cloud is blood type AB.
Okay, blood type AB, which has the lowest ratio in Japan, with 10%. The positive traits is that he is talented and composed, and his
Okay.
negative traits is that he's eccentric and two-faced.
I mean, spot on, man.
I gotta give them that one.
It's almost like they made the characters based on the
Based
blood
on
types.
the blood types? Okay, what's next?
Okay, so Eris is type O.
Type O, that's 30% of Japan. She's easygoing with the leadership ability, are her positive traits.
Okay.
Negative traits are she's insensitive and unpunctual.
I don't know that either. She's easygoing,
Yeah.
but none of the rest of that.
She probably has leadership ability.
maybe in the remake, assuming they don't change the blood types on this.
Okay, what's next?
Tifa's type B.
Type B, 20% ratio in Japan. She's passionate and creative, but also she's selfish and uncooperative.
I think that fits.
Yeah.
She kept that information to herself because
That's
she had
right.
a crush on Cloud.
That's
pretty
right.
selfish.
And she's passionate.
She is passionate, yeah.
And a creative thought, so it works all
I think
together.
I think more than 50% of that fits.
Yep.
Barrett is type O.
Type O, as we mentioned, easygoing, leadership ability, insensitive and unpunctual.
Right. That fits him better than Eris,
Yeah.
actually.
It does.
Red is unknown.
That's not a blood type that I can find.
Sid is also type B.
Uh-huh.
I guess he is kind of similar to Tifa in some ways.
Creative and
He's-
passionate, he
and
is. And he
fits
is
it to
selfish
a
and
T.
uncooperative.
He's
I
really
think that's
selfish.
Sid.
He's really fits it. Yeah. Tifa's like, if there were like a cuspian equivalent for this, that
Right,
that
yeah.
being in astrology when you're kind of both, whatever. But, and Sephiroth is unknown.
Okay.
He comes in the middle of this, like he's a part of the group. Anyway, Yuffie is type A.
Okay, type A is 40% in Japan. She's earnest and neat, but she's also stubborn and anxious. I think that's pretty accurate.
Yeah,
she's
I don't
definitely
know that
stubborn.
I don't know that she's neat. Like we go to her house later, and it's like
She's
full
not-
of cats and stuff.
Yeah, she's not earnest either. She's a fucking liar.
Maybe she's earnest in like her off-the-cuff remarks.
Okay,
you know? Like
yeah.
she'll tell you what she really thinks of you.
She's definitely stubborn, but I don't get the sense that she's anxious.
Well, Kate Sith has no blood. And Vincent is also type A. I can't say if this fits him or not because Vincent's just a conundrum.
Right.
That's kind of cool. Some of them do really, really fit. They actually put some thought into that.
Yeah. So that's the Japanese blood type story.
What's your blood type? Does your personality fit? Write to Japan and let them know.
Let Japan know.
Cloud is AB, which I think means he's a universal donor. Or maybe he's a universal recipient. I can't remember how that works. Future Jeff will tell us all.
For those interested, the universal donor is the type O blood type. The universal recipient is type AB.
Sephiroth has no last name, and his blood type is unknown. But his height is 6'1". What are you gonna name it? Cat Sith's job is a Toysaurus. Right, in Final Fantasy VII, you can experience a 3D field.
Wow.
For the first time ever in a Final Fantasy series. When are we gonna raise these chocobos? We gotta breed them first.
Yeah, we gotta get good chocobos with good stats.
Well, let's name this fucko. Name him Fucko or something.
It's
I
a
don't
she.
know. Or name her Fucko.
Nah,
She's got a good smile.
just gonna name her,
We could name our chocobos after our FF1 characters.
that's a good idea.
We'll call this one this.
Yeah. Because this might actually be a mistake. This whole chocobo
Yeah, the chocobo breeding really
seems
might
like
be a
it might
mistake.
really be
You're
fucked
totally right. You can occasionally select a response or reaction when you're talking with other characters in the game. Occasionally? You will constantly be prompted with this shit.
We don't have enough money. We have to get another stable for this fucking month.
Damn it.
I think we can keep 4 out here, just like as floaters as we catch them in the wild.
Uh-huh.
Then to put them in the stable, we gotta have a stable for each one.
Do they have to have a private area to fuck?
I think as long as both of them are in the stable, they can fuck.
Alright. So they need to
We
be in the
can't
stable.
even know
not
what
in-
gender this is until we have a stable. Like, we
Jesus.
can't know anything about this bird. I have an idea, though.
Right now, we could only afford one stable. And I'm going like, maybe I can put this one on the ship.
I want to put my chocobo on my fucking airship, dude.
But no, like you got to get it in the stable
The
before
proper
anything.
stables.
Another stable.
We're wasting all our money on chocobo races and chocobo breeding and fucking getting nothing out of it.
Hey, don't forget about Fort Condor.
Yeah, that one. I mean, I've been shocked the number of times in this playthrough that we have given Fort Condor all of our money.
40,000 gil.
Hey, it's a whole career, man.
You're right.
So we leave there. We're going to come back to that.
Yeah,
Is this your first Final Fantasy adventure? If so, then the following tips are especially for you. While you're playing, keep in mind that even veterans of the Final Fantasy series may find the following information useful for brushing up on their adventuring skills. They're like, even veterans are not gonna get what the fuck is going on here.
Don't expect to fully understand what's happening at any given moment. Just like...
There are certain truths that are universal to the worlds of Final Fantasy. Knowing these truths will make your quest less frustrating and considerably more enjoyable.
In the background here, we make it to Cosmo Canyon.
yeah. I love how this is worded too, though. Like there are certain truths that just are. Like if you're gonna play this game, you should know that you have to accept these things. Don't even ask why. It'd be like asking like why we stick to the ground, you know,
Right,
like
yeah.
about gravity. Like just this is the reality.
It'll still be frustrating, but less so. General tips. Top number 1 tip, save often. You never know what lies around the next turn. Talk to everyone several times. After acquiring a vehicle, don't lose it. Riding chocobos is fun, but not always the best choice.
Hey, Boogie. Ho, ho, ho! No time to be humming now. The
Oh, this-
planet is nearing imminent death. Where is Cloud? Wasn't he with you?
That's why we're here. Cloud has...
I see. Cloud has... It's true that there are several places on the planet where life stream is gathered.
They just put an ellipses where they should put what they think happened to Cloud.
Cloud must have ...
And then Bugenhagen just gets it and goes like, well, if you're looking for where the life stream bubbles up, I can help you.
But most of those places are below the surface, where humans cannot reach them.
Oh, really?
There's only one place, an island floating in the Southern Sea.
Really? Southern Seas. I think there was an island. Cloud might be there. Life's dream is a mass of spiritual energy.
Life's dream is a massive spiritual energy. And one person alone probably couldn't stand to get such an incredible spiritual current. Alright.
You need to enter the world of transcendental meditation.
We're bringing TM to elementary schools. The kids say they love it. That it brings them peace of mind.
Yeah, and they feel more at one with
feel
themselves.
more connected.
You can never overstate the importance and usefulness of TM.
So we leave Cosmo Canyon and make it to this beach town. It's not that hard to get to.
Yeah, and it has a very, like, sort of beach, tropical rainforest kind of feel. Like, everything looks like it's made out of kind of, like, rotting wood in the forest.
Yeah,
but,
it's got like
nice.
a boardwalk that goes up to like a second floor of boardwalk.
Yeah, kind of a touristy feel to it, too. A lot of shops, even
Yeah.
though it's small.
What's the name of this town? The island in the South Seas.
We're probably about to find out. I don't remember.
This here's Medill.
Oh yeah, Medill.
It's a quiet little hot springs town.
Oh, is this the hot springs? This isn't the hot springs.
This is another hot spring.
Huh.
Just the perfect place for old folks like us to live out our lives. I hear that things ain't so peaceful on the outside, but here it's nice and quiet.
Oh, okay.
So we walk into a store in town.
Whoa.
Oh shit. What is happening here?
There's a little chocobo running around and the chocobo music is playing.
And there's a woman running around just frantically. She's reacted to the meteor like, I've got to buy all the stuff I ever wanted.
That's right. She's doomsday prepping.
But anyhow, that overgrown moon isn't gonna fall down on us, is it? Oh yes, it does.
This is no joke. We gotta start stocking up on supplies.
Guys, like, build a shelter.
Shit, I want this little
Yeah,
giant
talk to the chicken.
What's wrong? You're sure friendly all of a sudden. Oh, so that's it. You want salmonella greens.
This is a tiny white chocobo. And it's asking for a certain type of greens.
Simoleon.
Simoleon greens.
Give it some salmonella
I'm
greens.
glad we bought all of those.
Yeah. The chocobo looks like it enjoys eating the greens.
How cute.
Tickle. Oh wait, this is the white chocobo tickling behind his fucking ears.
It gives you a list of like 6 body parts that you can tickle.
Yeah, if you hadn't talked to Chol, this would. I can't believe it worked out like this. That in one episode we got the clue and found the thing and did it right.
Crazy.
Oh, he loves it. We got a materia from the chocobo?
This tiny white chocobo like throws up a materia the size of its stomach.
Can we raise him as our own? He's actually cold to humans who don't seem like they'll give him greens.
Oh, we don't have any more of that type of green.
Oh, the Samolan green apparently is the Mimit green.
What? What do you mean?
Because I was like, we didn't buy a salmonella green, and this just says it's known as the Mimit green.
Oh, okay.
But I think it was the contained materia.
So in the center of town, we start hearing some gossip.
Guess it's been about a week now since he washed up here on shore. Poor pokey-headed young thing. Oh, shit. They're talking about Cloud. It was really sad, but weird. He was holding this really long sword.
Oh.
I don't know. The whole thing feels unlucky to me. The amazing thing was those weird blue eyes. What? What? Wait a minute. What did you just say? Excuse me. That young person you were just talking about.
Yeah, a villager found him a little ways down the coast. It was about a week ago, I think. Yeah, poor kid. He must have drifted from somewhere pretty far away. He was all like pruny and stuff.
Cloud. It must be Cloud. Over here. Over here. So where is he? Is he safe? Where is he now? Yeah, up ahead there at the clinic.
He's in bed?
He's alive. Cloud's alive.
What if it's like Sephiroth up there?
Yeah.
So Tifa, excited to go find Cloud, runs up into the clinic, and there's a doctor there.
No way y'all running around here. You think the meteor fell or something?
I'm sorry, but I heard that a friend of mine was being taken care of here. A friend?
A friend? Oh yeah, that young fellow. Don't worry, your friend is next door. But I'm afraid his condition is
death.
Here? Cloud?
God, just... Oh, God.
Oh
Is
my
he
God.
paralyzed? Is he in a
He's in a
wheelchair?
fucking wheelchair.
Oh, my God.
What?
Yeah, a nurse steps aside, revealing Cloud is in a wheelchair.
Yeah, and it's not that he's like hurt his legs or is paralyzed. Like he's not functioning. He's like catatonic.
Yeah.
Oh, Cloud, I'm so glad you're safe. Huh?
Cloud?
What?
What's wrong, Cloud? Hey, Haley.
A Gurk? Cloud, what happened to you?
Mako poisoning. Quite an advanced case. It appears this young man's been exposed to high level of Mako energy for a protracted amount of time. He's got at least 45 rads in there.
And I mean, you must have to be exposed to so much Mako to get Mako poisoning. Because
Yeah.
we were like traipsing around in Mako fountains and in Mako ice caves.
We have these Mako marbles
We
that
were-
we carry around all day.
We were in that explosion at the Noah's pole that I assume was all Mako. I mean, like everyone else is okay, but Cloud
got
like,
a much heavier dose.
Yeah.
He probably has no idea who or where he is now. That's the effect that Mako energy has on people. Poor fellow, his voice doesn't even work. He's literally miles away from us. Not literally, figuratively.
I see this all the time. The young people come in all hopped up on goofballs, and I tell them to lay off the goofballs, and then they take so many goofballs that they get goofball poisoning. And they come in here, and they can't even talk, and they don't know who they are, and sometimes they never recover. It's sad, really. What's happened to our society? I mean, really, how did we get here with the goofballs?
Poor fellow is someplace far away where no one's ever been, all alone.
What a fucked up
What
thing
kind
to
of
say,
a doctor
dude.
is this?
Yeah.
Doctor?
Yeah, she's like, dude.
And whenever one of them comes in here in a goofball coma, what I like to do is imagine that they're living on a hellish planet in another universe, and they can't even hear us, no matter how much you love them.
You gotta find ways to enter Satan yourself.
No, he's definitely never gonna walk again.
No, I can smell it. He's messed up. How horrible.
Cloud is just this fucking... He's in a cloud, you know?
Ahem. Let us excuse ourselves. Well, this is fucking depressing. Cloud is fucked
Listen,
up
would
in
you
a
all mind
wheelchair?
waiting
Is he gonna
outside?
be like this for the rest of the game?
That would
We
be
just,
amazing.
take
He's like...
care of him?
we put him in a mental institution and point him at a window.
Yeah. Oh my god. Listen, would you all mind waiting outside?
This is amazing. He's a vegetable in a wheelchair.
God.
And now you should talk to him.
What?
No!
Tifa is understandably upset by this scene.
What do you want me to do?
Wanna go out?
Please, Cloud, talk to me. Tell me you see me, that you can hear me. Tell me, please. I came this far believing in the memories we have together. This isn't happening. This is too cruel.
Like, why don't you just put your memories
Cloud,
back into him? It's not like his mind was real in the first place.
It's more that Cloud's mind is like totally irradiated.
Yeah, the rest of this game is like about as bleak as Chernobyl. That's what's about to happen.
Right, they're like, Tifa, you can stay here, but like behind the plastic.
The rest of you, we gotta go out and kill all the dogs.
Tell me, Doctor, is Cloud alright? I mean, will he heal?
I'll say it again. He's got Mako poisoning. I've never seen a case this bad. An immense amount of Mako-drenched knowledge was put into his brain all at once. What? No normal human could have survived it. It's a miracle he did. No wonder he fell into the live stream and was washed up here.
Oh, that's where he washed up from? But his, like, mind is still in the
But
live stream?
remember, the light of hope can be found anywhere. Listen, if you give up hope, what will happen to him?
What the fuck?
I know he'll recover. Cloud was a strong member of Soldier. No, he wasn't.
He was first class, dude. You alright, Aoife?
Yes, sorry I had you all worried. And I have something I want to tell you all.
We're pulling the plug on Cloud.
Yeah, please no.
We're not
That can't
gonna
happen.
we're not gonna watch this. We're not gonna just watch him waste away here like this. Wasting resources.
I don't care about anything else. Only Cloud.
Oh god.
I want to be by his side.
You gotta do it then. You gotta live true to yourself. Dude, Yuffie is awesome.
She's amazing. I'll pop in again later.
no big.
Do your best, Tifa. Take care of Cloud. Hey, shouldn't we be getting back to the High Wind? We're not gonna take him with us?
We're gonna leave Tifa here, so that she can cry over his body.
Surely there's like a medical bay on the Highwind or
Well,
something.
if there is, we're not going to use it.
Yeah.
Tifa's going to stay here and cry about Cloud.
Yeah, I mean, this must be so depressing for her when the Highwind leaves, and
Right.
she's like, I'm just gonna hang out with...
Catatonic Cloud.
Yeah.
In the hospital room.
Anyway, we're on the Highwind now.
Ain't there nothing we can do? Don't go tell us to wait for Cloud to get better.
Oh, I've got some news.
Oh, do you, Cat? Yeah, what? That you a spy?
Yeah, I already told you I was.
Right.
Both Gahaha and Kyahaha are up to something.
Oh, that's right. They had like different...
Want to eavesdrop?
So Kiahaha and Gyahaha, I think, are Scarlet and Heidegger.
Yeah, because they each laugh in a slightly different textual way.
So now, whoever is running Kate Sith, who's back in the Shinra headquarters...
He's offering us, like, hey, you want to listen in
on the board meeting?
Yeah, so we're back in the boardroom, and it's Rufus and Heidegger and Reeves, who we have not seen in a long time.
Yeah, he's just standing in the back.
Is the guy somewhere near here in the room?
I don't know.
Now then, we're faced with two issues.
1. Destroy Meteor. 2. Remove the barrier around the North Cave and defeat Sephiroth.
Any ideas?
Come in. Yeah, ha ha ha. We already solved the first problem. Meteor will soon be smashed to bits. The plan has already been put into motion, namely, to collect huge materia from each region.
Then Scarlet walks into frame to tell us all about huge materia.
Huge materia is a high-density special type of materia made through a special compression process in Mako reactors.
Cool.
The energy extracted from it is 330 times the strength of normal materia. Ha ha ha, how about that? We will gather all the huge materia together and ram it into the meteor.
That's their plan?
That will cause a huge explosion, reducing meteor literally to bits.
And then the bits rain down all over the planet and make a million...
ram meteor? You think we have the technology to do it? Don't worry about that. More importantly, we've got to collect huge materia from each area.
Right. It's like, don't worry about
We've
step
already
2, worry about
collected
step 1.
materia from Nibelheim. All that's left is Coral and Fort Condor.
Right.
I've already dispatched 2 troops to Coral.
Yeah, ha ha ha. I love this game thought that we were paying attention to the speech patterns of those characters.
I know. Coral.
So on the list of places they're going to hit for huge materia is Barrett's old hometown.
What else can they do to Coral?
It's already been burned down.
And the huge materia? You mean the huge materia, don't you? I've heard about it. When all small materia nears larger one, something should happen.
Really?
I'm certain of it. And that's why we're using power of materia in our fight.
It is?
I feel like after that run of sentences, everyone just silently looks at Red and goes, anyway,
Yeah,
because like what
the fuck was he
he's
saying?
saying that like when our
What-
small materia nears larger ones, he's heard about huge materia. Huge
Something's going to happen.
we normally cut dialogue like this from the game, but this one is from
and that's
struck
why
me
we
as-
use it in battle. It's weird.
I thought it was because it gave us magic.
Can't let Shinra get a hold of the huge materia. Every group's gotta have a leader. And that's me. Or at least I wanna be. But I ain't cut out to be no leader.
We know you are. We saw your blood type, your leadership material.
Yeah, well, he at least has the instinct, but he's not. He doesn't have the material. I actually love this moment of like personal revelation for Barrett, where he's suddenly gonna go like, I shouldn't be in charge. I'm like crazy and,
Yeah.
and unstable. Like,
I never knew that till lately.
Huh?
Ooh?
What's going on?
Sid has been literally sleeping on the floor this whole time.
He wakes
And-
up. It's like, what's going on?
You've been chosen to be the new leader.
Pain in the ass. Forget it.
But for us to fight, we gotta have Highwind. And you. We need it to save the planet. And who's running this ship? You. That's why you're our new leader.
Sweet.
Ain't no one else can.
Awesome. You mean the captain? The leader? We're gonna make him the leader? Okay, I'll do it. Everyone follow me.
Alright, Now here's the first job. The operation room's waiting for you.
Oh, the first job is to go figure out a job? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think the first job is to go to the operation room and pick a team.
Right, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yo, Sid.
here's the operation. We're gonna go to the war room and figure out an operation.
And that's episode 26.
Yeah, I love how Barrett is just like, you're the new leader, now here's your orders. Like, by leader, he just means, here's the phone.
Right.
You're in charge of calling everyone and making
PDA.
sure you know where they are.
Yeah. So what happens next?
We're headed to the coral reactor, according to Barrett.
Right.
Yeah.
Is this the big train sequence?
I think that's what's happening next.
Yeah, that's exciting.
All of those, like, weird tracks we ran on that had no purpose, and we, like, went back into the mountain, into the reactor and all that, and we're like, what is this?
Where those baby chocobos that we stole the treasure from and then killed their mom was?
Yeah, or whatever that was, whatever those birds were.
Yeah.
And that's where this is. All of the stuff that was missing from there is happening now. Like,
Yes.
that whole area was built for what's coming up.
So that's coming up next week.
Yeah, man, I really love this part of the game when you start trading off between characters and kind of like each one gets to be the leader a little bit.
I just love the sounds of Cloud being catatonic, where it's like this like weird creaking wheel turning almost.
Right, well, it almost sounds like he's rolling back and forth or something like...
Yeah.
But he's just, I guess it's his head sort of moving around.
Squeakiness, I don't know.
It's the creakiness of his neck.
Right. I hope it's not that. What a crazy game this is. All right. Do you want to enter the live stream?
Yeah, let's take the chalkboard erasers of our souls, bang them together, and breathe deep.
The chalk particles become the essence of the life around us,
It's true.
and I can breathe deeply.
Once you get used to breathing the chalk, you wouldn't want it any other way.
That's exactly right. And I'm sensing a message. Here it comes. The message reads, "Greetings! This is the mayor of Super Video Game Land. I spend most of my life in a garage painting awesome acrylic paintings of my favorite old video games. When most people see my art for the first time, they say things like, 'Holy shit!' If you would like to have a similar reaction, go to supervideogameland.com and check out my paintings. I've done a lot of scenes from the Final Fantasy games, and I would like to do many more. All of my available artwork is on Etsy, or you can support me on Patreon and get cool things each month. Or you could do nothing and go about your day and never experience the true wonder of video game land. Either way, one day, we are all going to die. Thanks to Ryan and Jeff for making this wonderful podcast. It has truly been a joy to experience these games again. The end!"
Wow.
Holy shit.
And we can vouch for Super Video Game Land. He makes some great work.
He makes really awesome work, and he's one of the kindest people out there. He's sent us a couple of Final Fantasy prints of his own work, from like the evil wall from the trapdoor basement of Season 2 in FF4. Like, his paintings are incredible.
Yeah.
I've commissioned 2, one from Chrono Trigger and one from a game I played a lot as a kid called Guardian Legend, and they're up on our
That
walls.
Chrono Trigger one's hanging in my house.
Anthony Bulkow is the guy's name, and he's awesome, and you should really check out his stuff.
If you're looking for a gift for somebody, for yourself.
It's perfect video game gift, and yeah, it's absolutely worth doing. Go check him out at supervideogameland.com and go support awesome video game artwork. And let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And we're back. Thank you so much to Anthony. If you're interested in a live stream message, they're just $25 a piece. Just email nocappodcast@gmail.com. That's NOCKAT with the subject line live stream. And we do payments through PayPal. So just email us and we'll figure it out. Put your words in our mouth. And with that, please rate and review us on your favorite rating and reviewing place.
Yeah, get in touch with us on social media.
Yep, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram,
yeah.
the big three.
Yeah, putting out some pretty hot content. Okay?
Yeah.
So get in touch there if you have questions or comments.
Yeah.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
God damn. Head on over to the Patreon at patreon.com/nocat. That's NOCKAT. You can get the video version or the episodes early or a free t-shirt if you want.
And we also have some bonus content available and more to come too. So if you want to get more No Cat than you're getting now, that's the way to do it.
That's the best way over at Patreon. And head on over to Etsy.com and search No One Can Know About This and pick up a t-shirt or a mug. And yeah, we love hearing from you. Send us an email. We're nocatpodcast@gmail.com. Get yourself a live stream message. You know the deal. And with that, here's a little No One Can Know About This dessert. Have we had a popsicle? Like a popsicle?
You know, I think we did make our own popsicles already.
Right.
It's getting hard to remember all the desserts we've eaten. You know what? We haven't been to Del Taco in a while. Do you want to get some cheesecake bites?
Oh, the cheesecake bites? God, some devil made those.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, let's go get some cheesecake bites.
We'll eat the first one and it'll be great, and then the second one will be good, and then the third one will be good, and then you'll immediately want to die.
Yeah.
And you'll eat a fourth one anyway.
Because they're really fucking good.
And then you might throw up and feel better.
That's
don't
the
do that. That's not a good thing
Del
to do.
Taco
It's
dessert.
not good to eat the cheesecake bites but let's do it.
We're doing it right
because
now.
it's so bad.
It's so bad. Let's have that now.
What ground beef sandwiches are there?
I mean, I can't think of any others really, but like,
You know what I mean, is a taco?
huh?
Was a taco a sloppy Joe?
No, definitely not.
I mean, it's got that kind of beef in it sometimes. You know?
Yeah, taco.
If you put Taco Bell meat in between a bun, is it a sloppy Joe?
I might not be able to tell the difference. That's an interesting question.
I guess I would call it a sloppy Joe. You could open a whole restaurant of just sloppy Joes.
And just put
Nobody
it in
would
different-
ever go there. But but you could.
I would.
At least one. At least once.